Hi friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I'm April Whitney. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified nutritionist, and petite women's health specialist. I'm 5'1", and I make videos for you and your body type. And today I have a really highly requested video. You guys have been asking me on Instagram for this for literally months. And this video topic is on the set point theory for body weight. Is it real? How is it different for petite women? How do you get around it if it's real, etc. So if you're excited about this video, please give it a thumbs up to support my channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and let's jump into it. So what is set point theory? And it is a theory at this point. We'll talk about why. I do have some notes today because we're going into some of the science here. Basically, the set point theory is this idea that we humans have biological control methods like pre-programmed into our body that actively work to regulate our weight to a predetermined number range for each individual, meaning we kind of have a predetermined body weight. That's the theory if you've seen this on the internet. So you might be wondering, well, how does our body do that? And basically the theory states that we have internal systems that regulate our input either through increased or decreased appetite. So if we are, eating above or below our set point, our body might release certain hormones that make us hungrier or less hungry. Leptin is one of the main hunger hormones that the studies revolve around. And it also states that there are internal systems that regulate our energy expenditure, either through slowing down our metabolism if we're eating fewer calories, or increasing our metabolism, or having us become lethargic and move less to conserve energy, or having us expend more calories because we have more energy. So basically, it's like the brain is the control center, kind of giving signals to our body to eat more or eat less, or move more or move less based on what our body weight is, or how much we've been eating recently, or how little we've been eating recently. The reason why this is called a theory and it's not a proven thing is because studying weight and weight management in science, just actual real studies on it, tend to be very hard because it's really hard to just only have one variable. The control group, there's still variables in, because weight is affected by so many things, as you guys know, lifestyle factors, genetics, behavior, it's a lot. So the reason why it's not more commonly or widely called like a proven fact is just because there is really good evidence that set point is real, and it's mostly generally accepted, but they still call it a theory just in case some evidence or studies come about that could disprove it. So some of the studies that are out there that support the set point theory, there is one study in obese and non-obese subjects that lost 10 to 20% of their body mass from calorie deficit. And they found that the energy expenditure of those subjects was actually found to decrease, while after gaining 10% of their body mass from overeating, their energy expenditure was found to increase. So this is just an example of the body kind of counteracting the overeating or undereating with new behaviors. So in the case of the subjects who were undereating, their metabolisms dropped so that they could conserve more energy and burn less calories. And for the subjects who were overeating and gaining weight, their body now started to get them moving more. They found that their energy expenditure was increasing. So the set point theory is just this idea that our body is seeking to maintain and regulate our body weight to this set or given range of pounds. So you could also be wondering, well, if our body is trying so hard to maintain its current weight, why is it so much easier to gain weight than to lose weight? And scientists have decided that because our bodies for so long have had to fight to basically stay alive, and the biggest threat was starvation, our bodies have adapted really well to combating starvation. So it's actually, the regulation is actually asymmetric, meaning it will help you gain weight, especially if you're coming from a calorie restrictive diet or a deficit, and it'll make it harder to lose weight because, again, our bodies are worried about dying from starvation because that's how we've evolved. And it's not until recently that obesity has become an issue. It has never been like that for us as humans in our history. So it is an asymmetric kind of regulation, which is really annoying, honestly. Now, a lot of people want to know, can you change your set point? So it's kind of a yes and no situation. And because there's no definitive answer to this, scientists have developed something that's called the settling point, which is that you can kind of reset your set point within your range of 10 to 20 pounds, and it is possible. And so this new settling point, it refers to the metabolic changes that accompany extended periods of excessive or restricted calorie intake. So this is when you settle into that new set point that you've created for yourself. This settling point theory also lends itself to the idea that it's easier to gain weight than lose it, because if you're chronically overeating, you can increase your set point higher and higher. So your hunger levels and your energy expenditure adapt to your new calorie intake, and you gain weight and gain weight. And that's why it becomes easier and easier to gain weight, because this theory lends itself to the idea that you can change your set point a little bit, within that range, and you can continue to raise the ceiling as well. So how do you know what your set point is? There is currently no exact way to directly measure your set point, but if you've been in a given weight range your whole life, that's probably your weight range. For me personally, it would be anywhere between 110 and 125 pounds. That would be, I would say, my best guess at my weight range. My weight is always somewhere in between there, and it doesn't fluctuate that much year to year, but I've been 110 and I've been 125 in my life. So I think it falls somewhere in there for me. There's still a lot of research going on as to if you can permanently change your set point beyond the settling point. So if you are a petite woman who is overweight and you have a lot of weight to lose, then the research shows that it can take up to a year or more of maintaining your new weight or losing down below your set point to get to a point, and maintaining that weight loss to get to a point where you're actually going to start adjusting to your new set point or your new settling point, meaning your hunger hormones adjust, you're not as hungry anymore, your metabolism adjusts. Your body can take up to a year or more to really settle into its new situation. Okay, so we've established set point theory is real, and we've talked about how it makes it difficult for us to change our set point because our body's fighting against us. So how do you change your set point? Can you change it? How do you change it when it comes to weight loss? First of all, if you are a petite woman who has a lot of weight to lose, just know that this is going to be a longer journey for you, and that's okay, but that slow progress is going to be very, very important. The science shows that you should seek to lose no more than 1 pound per week if you want to effectively reset your setting point and maintain your new setting point. Anything more aggressive than that, especially for petite women, is likely going to backfire and cause your hunger hormones to fluctuate, cause your metabolism to slow too fast. But the science shows that if you can commit to small daily actions, slower progress, your metabolism is less likely to slow down in the long run, which means you have a better chance of resetting your set point at a lower weight that is more comfortable for you or closer to your goal. Now, if you're a petite woman who just wants to tone up, lose a little bit of fat, and you don't have like 40, 50 plus pounds to lose, say you are already in your healthy range, so your 10 to 20 pound range, and you're just looking to tone up, then this is good news, because you can absolutely change your settling point to be in a little bit lower of the range than you're currently at. And whether you have a lot of weight to lose or you're just looking to get to the lower range, the approach to doing so is the same. So I'm going to give you guys my best tips for changing your settling point. Tip number 1 is what I just said. You want to go slow. Don't lose more than 0.5 to 1 pound of weight per week, so that you don't slow your metabolism down and then have all of these negative unwanted side effects and put your body into this position where it's in starvation mode and has to change all these things to make you, hungry and try to get you to eat the food back. So if you can just focus on slower progress, commit to these small daily changes, then that's going to set you up for a huge amount of success. And if you're going for a body recomposition where you're losing fat, gaining muscle, and you're not so much worried about losing lots of weight, you shouldn't even really be in a steep calorie deficit. You can absolutely make the progress you want to make just by adding strength training, working on your fitness, and eating better instead of less, which leads me to my second tip, which is strength training. You guys know it is so important for petite women to pick up the weights and lift weights, and that's because Lifting weights builds muscle, and muscle increases metabolism naturally. The more muscle you have, the more calories you will burn at rest, sleeping, doing nothing. So for petite women especially, because we have slower metabolisms naturally, we eat less, we're smaller, if we can increase our metabolism by putting on some lean muscle tissue, not only will we start to look more toned and shaped and less skinny fat, but we're also going to be increasing our metabolism, which lets us eat more food, which gives us a higher calorie threshold on a daily basis. That gives us more flexibility to do a lot of things. First of all, to eat food, to do, if you do want to be in a calorie deficit, it'll be easier to do a calorie deficit if you're eating more calories, etc. So the second tip here is you got to start strength training. And if you don't know where to start, we have a free guide. You can go to smalletics.com/guide. It's totally free, and it gives you 5 days of strength training with HD video tutorials and like everything. It's really great. Step 3 is your nutrition. You cannot out-train a bad diet. No matter how hard you work, no matter how many calories you burn in a given workout, you are not gonna be able to lose weight just on exercise alone, trying to exercise a lot and eat a lot. You're probably going to need to look at your diet and make sure that you are eating a lot of protein at every meal, about 30 grams protein per meal, and lots of fiber to help keep you full. And fiber is a type of carbohydrate that's not digested. It's found in vegetables and beans and avocado and all sorts of things. So make sure you get your protein and your fiber intake up and really focus on your nutrition and strength training for driving that progress. And then have the mindset that you're committing to small daily changes rather than doing these crazy, intense, like fast, quick result 2-week challenges, because your body is not going to let you sustain results that you get really fast. And the science totally backs that up. Let me know in the comments if you've had experiences like this where you've dropped weight fast or you've gained weight fast and then you've noticed your body adjust to that new normal and it's fought to get you basically to gain weight again if you're at a lower weight. And if you are gaining weight, it's harder to lose it, right? So let me know. I'm curious what your experiences have been, what your opinions are about set weight, if you've experienced it in your life. And I hope that this video helped you see that you absolutely can change it if you just use your metabolism to your advantage as a petite woman. This is so important. And give this video a like if you enjoyed it, if you learned something new, to help support our channel, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.